Did you know in Monster Hunter Wilds, you can actually capture monsters rather than always killing them? And that can actually give you a couple of benefits. This is only told to you way late into the game, so you probably didn't even know this mechanic existed unless you played one of the previous Monster Hunter games. But what you can do with this is you're going to be able to capture monsters and you're going to be able to get extra XP every time you complete a hunt. Also, you're going to get a couple of other benefits. The other benefit is going to be you skip past an entire phase of the battle. So sometimes monsters will get a lot more aggro on the last phase. Sometimes they go into like a final form. Sometimes it becomes a bit harder, and it can take a while to get past the final phase at times. This lets you skip that, which means you're safer because you don't risk dying, and also you're going to be able to skip a entire part of the battle, which makes your farming faster. If you're trying to hunt for specific items, you can just do it quicker, because the faster you get to the next hunt, the quicker your farming process will be. Another benefit, this one is a bit controversial. There's a lot of opinions on this one. There are some changes in the reward system. So in some cases, people believe you get more rewards. Some cases, some items, the rare items, might become more rare. There's a lot of controversy because it's been changing from Monster Hunter to Monster Hunter, and we don't really exactly have any data on this just yet. It might change when this video goes live, but the point being that you are also going to be able to change your rewards. You can get more rewards of some items potentially. Some items might become a bit rarer, but you can also change the reward structure there. So how you're going to go about doing this is basically when you damage a monster enough that they are entering the final phase, you'll know this by a couple of things. Your palico can sometimes comment and say like, this monster's, you've almost got him, or you might see the monster looking kind of roughed up. You're going to see it either limping, or you can kind of see that it's in a rough position. The easiest way to do it though is on the mini map. You'll see a little skull icon. This is just going to give you visual confirmation that it is indeed in the final form, and this is when you can do it. Basically what you're going to end up doing is you're going to be placing a bomb on the floor, or rather a trap, should I say. It's going to allow you to trap the monster, and how you're going to be able to get these traps, you're going to have to craft them. So for the first thing you're going to want to end up doing is you're going to want to craft both the pitfall trap and the shock trap. Now you're going to want to have both because some monsters are going to be immune. So if you're fighting, let's say, against a electric dragon, it might be immune to the shock trap and so on. So you want to craft multiple just to make sure that you do have enough variance to deal with whichever monster you come across. To craft these, you're going to need a trap tool, and you're going to need either a Thunderbird capacitor, which you can find scattered throughout the map. You're going to see these shock bugs everywhere. You're also going to need to build a net. You can get nets by crafting them using spider webs. You can get spider webs in the forest section of the map. So if you open up your map, you can go down to Scarlet Forest. There's a bunch of webs all over the map, and you can craft it there. Now you can get some of the items from the provisions manager in the camp, and he's going to sell you trap tools. You can buy that there. As far as the other items are concerned, you're going to be able to find them quite in abundance. You can find them right in the starting area, actually the desert. You're going to be able to find the sleep herb. It's going to be by the lake. There's going to be a couple of them over there. You can find the mushroom. I think there is one in the spawn area as well. It's a little bit out by the cave here, the parish room. You can find one over there. You can also find this on other maps as well. It's easy to do in the spawn area because it's all together. And once you have these, you're going to want to be able to then go ahead and craft the tranquil bomb, which is what you're going to use to knock out the monster after you end up trapping it. So once you get the monster to its final phase, you can use one of those traps, lay it on the floor. The monster will run towards you or try attack you or accidentally run over it. It will get trapped, and then you have a small window of time where you can knock it out with the tranq bomb. Be careful, you don't have a very big window. It's very easy that you actually miss this window. I did it actually making this video. I missed the window the first time, but basically you're going to want to knock it out with the tranq bomb. It might take 1 or 2 tranq bombs depending on the monster, so you might need multiple. And once it is knocked out, it is going to essentially be the hunt is over. You don't need to carve out materials. The materials are going to be immediately sent to your inbox once it's done, and that is going to be the process of doing it. Now again, this is going to be a much more efficient manner of farming in the long run. So if you just get a whole bunch of these resources, craft a bunch of these bombs, craft a bunch of these traps, you can potentially again skip out on entire phases of battles. And if you do this multiple times, it's going to shorten the amount of time you need to farm, which means you're going to have a more efficient way of just farming resources, because some items in the game obviously are a bit rare, and you're going to fight a monster, several times potentially, or even more, to get a specific item you need. And by cutting down on the time it takes to do each hunt, you will then be able to farm your resource a lot quicker. Anyway, that is the process of capturing monsters. Very, very useful. I didn't even know about it until way late in the game. So if you did like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comment section below what are your thoughts on Monster Hunter, and what other topics are you having trouble with in Monster Hunter or you'd like me to cover, and I will look into that for another video in the future. Take care everyone, and bye bye.